Hey, what's up, guys? It's Sam or Kyle here. Today's story time is about taking the dissociative class drug, DXM. This is usually found in the over-the-counter Welltussin brand drug, or whatever brand. This main substance, or the active ingredient, is dextromethorphan, or DXM, which is an ingredient in many over-the-counter cough and cold medicines, not to be confused with the late rapper DMX. This drug is very bad and used for a psychedelic effect, and there are many websites and forums that allude to the fact that you may reach tiers of hallucinatory effects. This dose may vary from person to person depending on weight, size, metabolism, and so on. This drug is also dependent basically upon your age too, and fundamentally your tolerance. If you are not able to handle your liquor and are not the type to finish a beer before it gets warm, then it says a lot about your tolerance. I also like to enjoy warm beer too, however, and after I'm drinking and doing something important, then I love when I get that last little extra sip. It's so good. And it's like smoking the last few hits of that J you left in your ashtray when you wake up the next day. It's a vibe. So yeah, the way the substance affects you varies greatly. For me, I took a whole bottle, 40 gel capsules all at once, and then some. I believe the exact amount I calculated, or my friend suggested based on his calculations, was 43 pills. Yes, I overlooked the math. However, I didn't really care because I was looking for an escape. So when you're at that point, anything goes. That's not a good position to be in. You have to plan your trips. It's not really like alcohol when you go out to drink and come home blasted. Yeah, you're going to lose brain cells and this and that, but you'll probably be familiar with your limits and know how to not absolutely ruin yourself, and you will most likely give up on the mission. Once I'm drinking and I plan to finish the whole bottle, or I go to drink then, and even before I said that I have to drink the whole bottle, once the taste of alk sears my tongue and the effects are really kicking in, I'm going to give up. These kind of subs are great for when you are able to govern the amount and be able to find a certain blood alcohol content that is suitable for your needs. With other drugs you have less experience with, this is not the case. I had never taken cough medicine, let alone in this format. So yeah, that also can really change or divvy up how smacking a vape will affect you versus chewing nicotine gum, for example. The variables are infinite. So take it slow. Don't be in a dumb environment that you aren't comfortable in, because if those pills start kicking in heavy, you won't know what to do. I seldom reach that point. However, this is usually the goal without the negative consequences or side effects. If you seek discomfort, you can learn new things about the world. It is best, nonetheless, to do this without substance. I like to take drugs for fun and to learn about the world around me and gain a newfound perspective. I don't think that you have to go super crazy with it. I like to switch it up like my workouts. You don't want to just keep drilling and mining the same poor little water hole, because then there will be nothing left and will start to crack and decay. Find another one and let that one grow and regenerate, so that if you'd like to go back to the fountain of youth, then it will be back to normal. All the analogies are kind of a lot, and I don't really know how to describe it. So when I took those 43 pills of DXM, and I was not feeling anything. I was just surfing around my driveway and my neighbor Jake's drive with the basketball hoop. My buddy Khan is dude that who took those pills with me. We were both so pale and white, more so him, and my other friends were balling up with Jake over there, and they really had it going on, so we had to slide. We wanted more power and attention, so we decided to take copious amounts of the cough syrup so that they would at least know that we have a party going inside in our heads. So that is so. I kept riding over the extension cord on Jake's driveway, and it was obnoxious because we had to plug in the spotlight when we were bawling later at night. I don't even know how long it takes for this stuff to kick in, and I'm not really feeling anything at this point. I'm trying to exercise more so that the stuff starts melting in my stomach, and the coating on the capsules would release the yummy intoxicants to take me away. I wanted to be on Mars. Think about it. This was taking too freaking long. So what I had to do next was just chill at home and have some soup. Khan came over later so that we could enjoy the drugs inside, protected from the harsh winds of the outer world. Then, nothing still really happened. It got late, and everyone put up the decks and turned out the lights. We went there to my main fortress of a bed frame. My queen-size mattress was enough to hold my friend and I on our journey to the outer realms of Egyptian cryptics. We had just enough room between the blue divider pillows so that we could still enjoy a relatively similar experience on my rocket ship into battle. The sands of time began to take over and became meaningless. I looked at my red, white, and blue Neff watch, and the dial showed a clear number. However, I was perplexed and could not get my mind off this idea and what we were in it for. I had a conversation with Khan, and the same epiphany was shared. Then I turned over in my bed. I crossed my arms and attempted to straighten my body to form into a metal sarcophagus to prepare myself for the afterlife. As the weight of the 24K gold began to weigh even more, I began to weigh less and less. The pure form of dissociative prowess of the substance absolutely had me by the horns as I ascended above into my white ceiling as a structured yet invisible version of myself, glyph and all. Then I had to take a piss. I started to walk with immaculate amounts of tension between my hips and my ankles, as though I had an exercise band attached to those parts of my body respectfully. I made it to the toilet just fine and whatever. I trudged back into my room to see Khan in his own element, perhaps a bit more Dolce & Gabbana. This night was not going so well for me. He seemed to be doing just fine. Although he took a smaller dose than I, he definitely had a knack for pharmaceuticals more than I did, so I'm sure he was able to navigate that territory a bit better. He was also known to take exorbitant amounts of Sudafed and recording the tale of seeing spiders spawning from the corners of his room to a point where a scary horror movie would be of no match. He also had been over to hang out before, so I'm sure that that would have helped as your environment, let me reiterate, definitely plays a huge factor in how your trip plays out. After a downward black and white spiral into a never-ending abyss of hypnosis through the entire night time, with including blank TV static, I woke up to my mom asking to talk, and I knew I was in trouble. Yeah, so that's going to be it for this story time, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace.